これで終わりじゃないから僕らの旅は続いていく諦めない限り何度だってやり直せる
Hey guys, welcome back to the Introvertical Podcast. It's your host Giovanni and
I'm Steph.
Thank you guys for bearing with us. I know we had a little setback here waiting on episode 3, but I promise you it'll be worth the wait. Today's episode is going to be a good one. Today's all about TV shows, must-watch TV shows you've seen before. You know, you would recommend to somebody, your best friend, your mom, your sister, your cousin, you know, someone you would want to watch this show. So we're each going to have each of our own lists, you know, top 5 list. So you'll hear Steph's list, you'll hear my list, and, you know, let us know what you think about these lists. Let us know if there's something we should have put in the list. So that's mainly about what today's episode is going to be about. So, yeah. Steph, anything to add?
Feel free to drop a like, comment, subscribe. If you're new to the channel, welcome. If you've been here before, you kind of know how this thing goes with me and Gio. Kind of just sit here, talk, pick each other's brains, and, you know, hopefully we'll give you guys what you want to hear. And like Gio said, it's going to be a top 5 list from both of us. He has his 5, I have my 5. We're going to go one by one, have a discussion on our 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 till we get to the end. And hopefully you guys enjoy the list we put together, and maybe you go out and you watch one of these shows, which we highly recommend, whether it be 2 from Gio's list, 1 from my list, all 5 from my list, and none from Gio's list. You know, that's okay. As long as you go out and you enjoy some TV shows, and I know a lot of our watchers, our listeners, are big film people or big TV people, and, you know, we all like binging a good show every now and then, so this is going to be the episode for you guys.
I watch good TV. I watch good stuff.
What does that even mean?
Huh?
What does that even mean?
I watch good stuff. I watch good television.
What
so if
the
someone
hell?
watches something from that list that I put together, I promise you, they're going to come back, message me and be like, hey, man, like, good recommendation. I'm like, I know, bro. Like, I don't recommend nothing bad. You know what I mean? It's
I don't
good.
know. From the comments
good.
that I've been seeing aimed at you, Gio, it looks like you have a very interesting fan base.
I don't know what's going on, dude.
So-
I've been posting about that on my story. It's just me. Like,
Yo.
it's just me. Like, this dude's right here, too. Y'all can say something about this dude.
It's okay.
I have the craziest comments
Y'all can leave me alone.
about feet.
I'm not interested in none of that. But Gio, hopefully you guys enjoy his list. Let him know in the comment section below. Let me know in the comment section below. We'll also put in the description timestamps. So if you guys want to fast forward to a specific show or a specific, you know, topic that we talk about or discuss today, that'll be easily findable for you. And yeah, I know that was a little long-winded, but episode 3, welcome back, Vert Gang. Thank you for having us. Once again, you have the 2 greatest hosts on the planet, and let's get this show started. Before we dive deep into our shows, though, Gio, what have you been on, man, since the last time we've seen you? It's been some time.
Just, man, working behind the scenes, you know, with the podcast, working,
Definitely.
you know, chilling, man, just trying to get better day by day. Each day trying to do a little better. My dad told me, or he has this thing, it's kind of like, make it an agenda for yourself each day and kind of accomplish at least 3 to 6 of those things every day.
That's dope.
So me and him, we always talk about that. So I was just, you know, knocking out my agendas and stuff I got to do every day. Other than that, though, I'm chilling, man. Chilling.
Hey, that's real life. That's real life. I can't even be mad at that. We also have some pretty good news that we've been dying to, you know, let out. We've been dying to give to you guys, but still the time is not here yet. Once we hit our subscriber goal, which is 100 subscribers.
Almost.
We're almost there. We're about halfway there. We have a huge announcement for you guys. It's something that we've been cooking up for such a long time. We've been working closely with someone very special to us here on the podcast. And, you know, we're not going to name drop anybody yet. We're not going to drop the situation that we're in, but this is going to be legendary.
It's close, though.
It's so close.
It's close to coming.
It's so close. And this is legendary. This is going to be legendary, and you guys might see it on this episode. You might see it on the next episode.
That's how close it is.
That's how close it is. But just know, once that is visual, once you are able to see what we have been cooking, what we have in mind for you guys, oh yeah, sky's the limit after that. The moon is next. The moon is next. I don't know what the hell that meant, but just know we're taking it to the top. Okay? So, enough procrastinating, enough BSing. Let's get straight to it. let's jump into our list. Jill, you want to start us off with your 5th ranked TV show that you have on your agenda for today?
Oh, I got you. Blacklist.
What the hell is that?
Blacklist, man. Raymond Reddington, what a guy. Let me tell you, right?
What the hell is Blacklist?
Bro, it's about
Huh? Do I gotta Google that?
Blacklist is amazing, bro. It has James Spader in it. He's the voice of Age of Ultron, or Ultron from the Avengers. Amazing actor. Basically, one of the top criminals in the world decides he wants to team up with the government for a certain reason. Starts helping catch other criminals. It's a great show.
What is it, like a suspense thriller? Or?
It's a crime show, but it's a lot of suspense. It's a lot of mystery behind it. It's a lot of, twists, a lot of turns. It's a really good show. I would recommend it to people. A lot of people, I don't want to say too much about it because I'll start spoiling it, but I would recommend it. I mean, this is the best criminal in the world teaming up with the government to find other criminals. Like,
that's actually an interesting concept.
You know what I mean?
How many seasons are they deep in? Are they still recording? Or
it's
no?
6+. No, it ended.
Okay.
Yeah, it's definitely. It's completely concluded. So I would recommend it if you want to just watch the show fully through. Blacklist. 6
seasons, huh? How many episodes a season? Or you remember?
At least 10+. I don't remember the exact number, but yeah.
That's something that you definitely would have to binge.
Yeah, you gotta invest. You gotta invest time into that. That's not one of those like one season, one-off shows. It's like multiple seasons. You gotta be in tune with this.
And shit, I mean, to be fair, I think most of our subscribers, most of our followers, they like to sit down and binge watch a nice little show, a podcast, an episode, and really sit through it. So I think that might be really good for the listeners.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That would be dope, especially if you're into, like you said, crime, suspense, and have like a little twist and turn on the criminal working for the good guys.
Yeah, because like, why did he decide to do this? So it's like,
that's interesting.
You know what I mean?
It actually got me intrigued.
Blacklist, man. Raymond Reddington, what a guy.
I don't know if I like the name, no. Blacklist.
Well, all right.
I don't know how I feel about that.
All right.
What does that even mean?
You got to watch the show and find out what it means.
Interesting. Okay.
It's a blacklist.
I don't like how you said that to me.
It's a blacklist.
I don't like how you keep saying that to me.
It is, though.
I see what you're saying.
It's pretty dark.
Okay. I'm here for it. I guess it's my turn.
Your turn. I'm excited to hear this.
I mean, I'm gonna start us off with a banger.
I already did, but go ahead.
No. Now it's time for the real banger, like the shit or the stuff that might actually catch someone's attention. So.
Your banger is like when they bring like chicken wings and they put like the lettuce or like the side with it or serve that with the actual chicken. My show was the chicken. Yours is like the lettuce. Or
that
like
is so disrespectful.
Like the celery they bring.
That is actually crazy because the celery with the ranch, low key, is phenomenal.
But that's not the main reason you got it.
You make a fair point. You make a fair point. All right. No more BSing. My ranked 5 TV show, and I'm putting this at 5 because my list is phenomenal. We're coming with banger after banger after banger after banger. My number 5 will be Snowfall. Drum roll, please. Yeah, Snowfall.
That's that one show.
This show is honestly, hands down, it's one of my favorite shows that I've literally ever seen. I watched it all the way through. This is when it first came out, and they were dropping episodes, I think, every Wednesday, Thursday, or whatever, however that worked. But essentially, it gives you a good... It dives in depth into the crack epidemic when it came to Los Angeles, when it came to California, and how it affected, minorities and how it had a radical experience on the whole world at the time. You have a drug that no one's really heard of before coming to the States, and who's behind it? Where did this come from? And there's a lot of conspiracy theories out there. There's a lot of proven stories out there that maybe the CIA had something to do with it to fund a war at the time, or maybe there was some governmental plays in the background that put this drug in some of our communities at the time. I believe during the 80s. Yeah, during the 80s. Brought this drug to our areas, to our environments, to our societies, to our communities, and how one man was able to take that and build an empire off of that. So I think if you have a real taste for like really, really gritty, suspenseful crime thrillers, this would be a show for you. I believe it's about 3-4 seasons long.
That's not long.
Not long at all. So it's a nice little watch. But You guys have probably seen this all over Twitter. You guys have probably, you guys have probably seen it all over Instagram, TikTok, whatever. There's so many Franklin Saint memes, Snowfall memes.
I've heard of it. Like, I just know about like the main dude in it, but I've heard of the show, but I didn't know that's what it was about.
Bro,
so
it is.
That's interesting.
It is so good.
Yeah.
Like it genuinely shows you the rise of a man
Okay.
from nothing to something, and how quickly it could all be taken away from you by
Man.
trusting the wrong people. So
Ain't that life?
in that
That's
life.
crazy.
So if you're into something that's really going to have you on the edge of your seat the whole show, Snowfall is the show for you.
Snowfall.
Kid you not.
You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. Snowfall.
Oh, God, I might have to rewatch it after this episode.
Doesn't sound better than Blacklist, but it was cool, real cool.
I guarantee you, Gio.
It was cool.
Please,
It was cool.
subscribers,
It was
family,
cool.
friends,
Solid.
community,
Solid.
fan base. Please
Right.
let us below. Let us know below.
Let us below.
Shut your mouth. Okay?
Let us below. Let us
Sorry,
below.
guys.
Let
Sorry.
us below, guys.
Slurring my words right now, okay?
Man.
Listen to me. If you've seen Snowfall or if you've seen Blacklist, please let us know below.
Raymond Reddington.
Kindly.
That's sad.
Don't even know who the hell Raymond Reddington is.
He's like that.
His name is Double R. Why did they name a character that? That is
That's
stupid.
RR. Really rich.
Really rich. I'm going to ignore you said that to me out loud. Guys, ignore he said that out loud. But please let us know below in the comment section if you'd rather Snowfall or Blacklist. If you've seen either or. Are you a fan of both? Are you a fan of one? Are you a fan of each? Just let us know below, please.
My number 4 is about to blow that out of the water right now. Are you ready?
I'm
All
gonna
right.
need I'm gonna need a
We're
shot
going
for
up.
this one.
We're going up the list, guys. We're going on to number 4. All right. So my number 4, right? How to Get Away with Murder. Now, this show, flames, dude. It's so good. It's so good. First of all, you know it's good because it's starring Viola Davis. Nothing Viola Davis minus Suicide Squad. Minus that.
No, hey, that wasn't a bad movie.
Which one? The Will Smith one?
Yeah.
That wasn't a bad movie?
Well, okay, we'll get into that later. But you could talk about your TV show. But there's no way you thought that Will Smith Suicide Squad was a bad movie. There's just no way. Nope. Nope. Nope.
Don't, please, let's not
Nope.
do this, dude.
Nope. Because we talked about films already. We're not talking about films again. We're talking about TV shows. So go ahead. Have it.
That's a bad movie.
Have
All right,
it.
anyway.
You just
Yeah,
saying
anything,
shit.
nothing Viola Davis does is bad, right? And let me kind of break down about a little bit about what the show is about. So she's a law professor, and she's an attorney herself. And basically, she gets entangled into this murder with 5 of her students, right? And the whole show is kind of like formed around this one murder, and it just keeps developing, lie after lie, twist after twist, and it's just, man, this is an amazing show. Like, this is great. Viola Davis kills it as Annalise Keating. Amazing show. I would recommend this to anybody who watches. You want a good show that's another show that's kind of government bound, but kind of like still like, okay, like these are still like college kids at the same time. Like, it's a great show. It's a great show. So much suspense, so much mystery, so much anxiety, because it's like, are they about to get caught? Or
What was the name of this again?
How to Get Away with Murder.
I feel like I heard about that before. There's no way I haven't.
You've definitely at least heard about it or seen something about it. This is a good show. It's a solid show. Recommend this. It's a few seasons, but
Good watch.
definitely worth the investment. Definitely worth the investment.
Okay.
Truly.
Okay. And what makes you put this in your top 5 list?
I'd rewatch this. If I could rewatch the show again, then I could put it. It could be in my top 5.
Agreed.
If I can't rewatch the show, I mean, it kind of depends. Like, some shows are like better as one-offs, but if I could really sit there and be like, you know what, I could tap back in, I could watch this one more time, then yeah, that's how you know it's a really good show. No problems again watching that.
Yeah, that's respectable. That's respectable. Okay, well, I see you're coming with some fire this episode, so I can't even be mad at you.
Yeah, something like. That's what I do always.
Okay, so we didn't even have to take it
Always.
there. You just be saying whatever.
I
So,
can't wait to hear this though.
Number 4 for me is actually fire because, one, it's a true story.
That makes it fire.
Or actually, wait, let me take that back because it's said to be a true story, but the other party claims it's a false story. And Netflix and this gentleman are actually being sued as we speak for defamation of her character. Brother, we already poured you up.
Oh, did you
Go
really?
crazy. Go
Oh,
crazy.
thanks.
Defamation of her character, providing misinformation on the story. This is actually the number 1 most watched show on Netflix of all time. Actually, it's the number 1 most watched show of all time to date on Netflix, and it just came out this year. This is none other than Baby Reindeer. Now, I know a lot of you guys have been seeing a lot of TikToks, a lot of X posts about Baby Reindeer. So just to break it down for those that haven't or those that haven't seen it already, let me look at my notes really quick. So Baby Reindeer, it's set based on a true story. It's about a comedian. I believe his real name is Richard Glad. He plays a character. He plays himself in the show, Donnie. And it's basically his whole come up on being a comedian in UK and, gaining some traction, rising to a little bit of stardom and going through his whole journey. But the whole time, he has a stalker, and her name is Martha. Now, Martha is battling right now. The real Martha is saying that this is false, this is not true. But the creator, Richard Glad, who plays Donnie in the show himself, says it's a true story. He had this stalker who followed him around for months upon months, sending him over, I believe, 20,000 emails.
Oh,
very explicit emails, very dangerous emails. Like, it's crazy. Like,
yeah, that's kind of crazy.
You would have thought he was Joe Biden or somebody. Like, email after email after email, stalking him, showing up to some of his comedic events, showing up to some of his shows.
She was buying out the
literally,
the place.
she had season tickets to his comedy shows, which is unheard of. She was, following him around, threatening his partner at the time. Just doing a whole lot of back and forth, like the real definition of a stalker. And I won't go into details on how it ends, how it starts, how it plays out in the middle, but this is it's the number one watch show on Netflix for a reason. Like, it's
still number one right now.
It's still number one. Like, it's grossing the all-time record. I don't know what was set before, but this show, and mind you, this is my number 4?
4, yeah, we're on 4.
This is my number 4, and it's the number one watch show on Netflix. So it is worth a watch. Like, this is crazy stuff.
I respect that.
And it's suspenseful. It's almost like a thriller in a way. It's funny, but it also kind of, it kind of takes you a deep dive into the real world and how scary it could really be for men and women. Like,
because it could be scary for both sides.
Both sides. And, I couldn't imagine what it's like having a stalker. I know some of us might joke around and be like, damn, it actually might be kind of cool to have somebody following us around, being obsessed with us, But really watching that show kind of shed a light, true or false. I wasn't there. I didn't live that life. I wasn't her. I don't know what happened behind the closed doors, behind the emails. None of this stuff was actually shown, so I don't know if there's evidence or not. But just with that being said, man, like it really puts things in perspective on like how scary life could really be like.
And it could happen so suddenly out of nowhere. That's the craziest part about it. Like, out of complete nowhere.
Literally.
You could be going through your normal routine and then boom, out of
Like, now you just have somebody showing up everywhere.
Everywhere.
Oh, I don't even want to talk about it no more. This kind of gives me chills.
Knowing where you work. Nah. Let's hit this shot, brother, and then continue this list.
Good Lord.
Let's hit this shot and then continue this list.
All right, brother. Bottoms up, guys.
Shots up, guys.
A few moments later.
All right, let me lock in. All right, there we go. All right, guys. I think it's about time for list number 3. Or option number 3 on the list. Selection number 3. Anyway. Yeah. All right, number 3 on my list. This one was kind of tough.
What is number 3?
Huh?
What is number 3 for you?
My number 3 right now has got to be Dexter. I don't care when it came out. I don't care what year it is. This show is one of my all-time GOATs. This Dexter Morgan, you want to talk about a OG? This is a G right here, man. You want to talk about this dude right here down in Miami getting loose, cutting up, literally. Like, no, he's like that. Bro, he's basically,
the fact
right?
He did it in Miami is crazy.
That's what I'm saying.
Me.
He's in Miami getting loose. He's getting to it over there, man. Basically what this show is about, right? You got this guy, right? He's at these crime scenes. He works with the cops. He's investigating these murders. He's like, this happened. How does he know all this? Because he's a murderer, man. He's a murderer. But the thing is, he has a code. Him and his dad devised a code, right? he only kills people that quote unquote deserves it, right? So if they committed a murder, if they done some type of nefarious or heinous crime, right? Those are the people he goes after. That's his code. He'll never go after an innocent. But best believe, you did something, bro. You got something on your record. It's cooked. You're cooked.
He's hawking you down.
He's hawking you down.
It's crazy, Kabo, because this is actually one of my favorite shows of all time.
Dude.
So I'm glad this is on your list.
He's hawking you down, bro.
Imagine Batman, but killing people.
Man.
Like, that is what Dexter Morgan is. Like, he is hands down a psychopath. He's a serial killer. And just to go off of what you were saying, only if you're doing something that he deems, bad, or he deems like
you gotta
really
fit the code.
heinous. Like, you have to fit his code for him to come hawk you down. But best believe, when he hawks you down, he's going to get you.
There's nothing you can do.
There's nothing you can do. He's going to find you. He's going to get you. And then he's going to get away with it.
He's going to get away with it,
because he's a forensic scientist. Like, he's the guy that goes to the scenes first to, collect the DNA and to scope out the scene, to map it out and, tell the FBI detectives or the detective on the scene what happened here.
Man.
Like, what went wrong.
And this dude, this guy's so awkward, too. Like, he's so smart. He's so smart. It's like, whoa, this dude knows so much. Then you have this conversation with him. He's an awkward guy. He is. He's awkward. But as the seasons go on, he starts to slowly progress. Then it's like, dude.
And now he got big motion.
It's like, it's too much.
I don't understand how, like you said, he's nervous. He's an anxious guy.
Not no more.
But he has big motion from season one. To season,
to the end.
I think there's 3-4 seasons before it did the continuation.
No, it was like, what is it, like 8, 7, 8, something like that? And then the continuation.
No, it is that deep.
No, it went on for a while.
Because
then the ending made me upset. No spoilers, but the ending made me very upset. It's one of the one of the greatest shows of all time, in my genuine opinion, but also one of the worst endings of all time too. So I'll say that as to people who want to watch the show, it's definitely worth the watch. Dexter Morgan, everyone has to see this at least once.
And it's where, even though the ending is atrocious as far as how it was scripted, it's worth you getting to.
It is,
hands
by
down.
far.
It's worth finishing it out and seeing it for yourself, how the ending played out. Because it makes sense. It ties into a bigger grand scheme of things, but just how they ended it off was kind of crazy. So we'll leave it at that.
All right, brother.
But no, that's a top show.
Thank you.
I thought you was gonna come with some hot stuff today. That was nice. It's a little refreshing, bro, when you say normal people stuff.
Oh,
it's a little refreshing. What is this, 2?
No, we're on 3. This is your third one right here, because I just did 3.
Damn, what is my third one? Oh, how did I forget? This is a show that came out this year. It's on Netflix. It's a show that we actually just finished, or at least I finished. It's called Eric. Now, I know it's a really basic name for a TV show, but hear me out. This is so far it's only one season. I believe it's about 6 episodes, but they're all an hour long, so it's an easy watch. You'd be able to get through it in a day or two. It's about this puppeteer in the 1980s who created his own TV show, kind of similar to Sesame Street. If you've seen that growing up, Elmo, the Cookie Monster, the Big Yellow Bird.
There's a couple characters you remind me of from that show.
Your mama. Excuse me. Anyway, so picture Sesame Street. It's about a puppeteer that, he's battling with his own inner demons. He has his own battles going on. And he has a son. And his son loves the show that his father created. His son is at every studio event. He's there behind the scenes during the filming of the show. And one day, his son takes a walk to school for the first time ever, walks to school by himself, and he doesn't make it home. And it kind of takes you through 5 to 6 grueling episodes of what happened to this kid? Where did he go? It takes you through the downfall of his father and, what a tragedy like that could do to somebody. It's very suspenseful. It's very problematic. It's a thriller that you really wouldn't even expect to kind of progress how it does. And I think for all TV show watchers, all film watchers, like, this is something that you have to definitely sit down, watch with a friend, watch with a partner, because every episode is going to have you hooked.
You said it's called Eric?
It's called Eric.
Is it ERIC?
ERIC, yes,
Okay.
Eric. And, I don't want to spoil any details, but a main thing or a main detail in the actual show is the son, he loves puppets as well. You know, he loves his father, even though he's scared of his father to a certain extent. You know, he loves the show he created. He loves the puppets, and the kid decides he wants to make his own puppet.
Okay.
So once the kid vanishes or, disappears, whatever may have happened to him, his father uses that puppet to try to find his son. And I didn't know a man and a puppet could be so intertwined. And once you watch the show, you'll know exactly what I mean by that. But once that came about, I was totally invested to see how this is going to play out. It had me and my girlfriend hooked the entire way. And I think this is a top 5 watch, most definitely. I think this is something that you need to tap into immediately after watching this episode, our episode. And yeah, it's definitely worth a watch, hands down. And that's what I would leave at my number 3.
If you like Sesame Street, watch Eric. You heard it. He just said it. Amen. We all like Sesame Street. We all like Elmo.
Yeah, who doesn't like Elmo?
Did
you see that Elmo parody that came out like 12 years ago where Elmo is he's on set and he has this girl next to him and they're doing the whole scene, and as soon as they go cut, Elmo turns into a demon.
Starts wilding out. He starts wilding. I seen that video. I know what you're talking about.
My latte.
Yeah, bro starts slapping stuff out of people's hands. No, he was wilding.
Yo, Elmo is a criminal.
I remember that. I do.
Every time I think of Sesame Street, I just think about that Elmo parody. But yeah, that's my third one on the list. So.
All right, we're on 2, people. We're on 2.
And we're speeding through this, man.
Yeah, huh?
We're speeding through this for sure.
All right, so my number 2 show to must watch. I gotta say, Mr. Robot. Love this show. This show's on Amazon Prime if anybody wants to watch it. Sami Malik, I hope I'm saying that right.
Mm-hmm.
I love that guy. He's starring in this show, and let me tell you, this show is amazing. If you're into hacking and figure out behind the scenes about the government and just cybersecurity and stuff like that, you're gonna enjoy this show. Definitely. This show has so many things that you're sitting there jaw drop what the man.
And not to cut you off real quick, Gio, but if you're a fan of his and you're a fan of Until Dawn, this is the same actor that played the main character in the video game Until Dawn.
Yeah, that's an interesting game too. By the way,
very interesting game. So if you're a fan of his and you're a fan of that game, he's gonna look familiar for you.
Check this out. It's a great show. It's what is it? 4 seasons, not too long at all. Mm-hmm. But man, each season I feel like it's more of a grimy kind of show, kind of dark, mysterious kind of show, a lot of suspense. But each season it just keeps getting better and better and better. You're like, well, how can they top this? Well, what's gonna happen now? Well, how can this happen if this already happened? No, that show, it has it all. Mr. Robot, one of the greatest shows of all time I've ever seen. Very close to my number 1. Very close.
That's a wild statement. I definitely was gonna put Mr. Robot on my list because but I haven't finished it yet. I'm currently still watching it through as we speak. So I can vouch for Gio by saying this is a really good show. It is worth a watch, and hopefully I'll have an update for you guys as soon as I'm done watching it. But it's pretty good. It really is. So tap in, Mr. Robot. When did it come out? A couple years back. It's been out for some time.
I want to say
15, 16?
15, 16, around there. It's not a relatively super old show, but it's not new either. But a few years ago. Okay. Less than 10, definitely. All right, let's hear that number 2.
Now, I'm not gonna lie, my number 2 is low-key gonna blow everything out of the water. I genuinely wanted to put this at my number 1, but we already know what's number 1 right now. Gonna ride the wave. But number 2, for me, it's on Netflix. This show is called Your Honor.
This show.
Now, when I say this show had me hooked from episode 1. Now, I'm not even done watching this show, okay? Because every episode is an hour long. Every episode is a climactic scene, and each episode is better than the last episode. Now, episode 1 will have you hooked to where you don't want to watch another show. I kid you not. It is that good. So essentially what this show, Your Honor, is about, it's about a judge, an admirable judge, with a very strong resume, a very strong legacy, based in New Orleans, the homelands. He's like I said, a very admirable judge, where he will send a cop to jail, if he catches a cop lying. Like, he upholds the truth. He lives by dignity, respect, everything that we want to see in our judge and our judicial system, right? But he is faced with a crossroad once his son, Adam, commits a heinous crime.
Adam.
Now, his son was involved in a fatal hit-and-run car accident. And I'm not going to tell you how it happened, who was at fault, if he was wrong or if he wasn't wrong. You're going to have to watch episode 1, and I promise after episode 1 you will be hooked. But essentially, his son is involved in a fatal car crash, very fatal car accident, leaving the son of a mob boss dead. So now his father is stuck at a crossroads. Okay, do I turn my son in, which is the game plan in episode 1. No spoilers, which is the game plan. He sees the mob boss and his wife crying, mourning over the loss of their youngest son. And he knows what that crime boss is capable of. He knows what he's done in New Orleans. He knows what he lives by. And he knows how radical this man is. So he ultimately decides to protect his son at all costs. Now, that involves him, a judge, breaking the rules, misconstruing the rules, bending them any way he sees fit to protect the one he loves, which is his only son.
That's a tough situation to put in.
It is a crazy situation. And when I say episode 1 to 2 to 3 to 4, each episode tops the last one. And this show will have you on the edge of your seat the whole way. There's no ifs, ands, buts about it. If it doesn't, unsubscribe, unfollow us. Don't ever drop a comment again. This is how passionate I am about this show. I know for a fact, if you watch this show, you will be hooked. This will be your favorite show. If you're into suspense, thrillers, which is mainly what my list has been so far, I will not lie. But it's something that'll get you hooked, and it's a psychological thriller. It's really going to have your brain like really going. And, I don't know any other way to put this, but this show would be number 1 if it wasn't for the number 1 show that I have on my list. It's that good. It's that good. And it came out roughly a few years ago. I want to say 2017, 2018-ish. And I don't know, man. I don't know what else to say about it other than it's phenomenal. It will have you hooked. And the character developments for each character that you do see on screen is just crazy. The villain arcs, the origin stories, how things are originating to how they're ending.
Villains.
Oh, my God.
That's kind of crazy. I just thought about neither one of us have any comedies or anything on these lists.
I don't know, man. In my opinion, I'm not big on comedy shows. Like, I like a good comedy movie.
I mean, they're feel-good shows. They're more like comfort shows. But if I'm actually indulged in TV and television, like if I actually want something that's like, stimulating for my brain. I mean, there's nothing wrong with a good comedy. You need a comedy every now and then.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like these action, these suspenseful things, these thrillers, these crime shows, all this really gets you thinking. Like, man, that's wild.
Yeah. When it comes to TV shows, like I need something that's really gonna, like, either have my blood boiling or have my mind moving 100 miles per hour. And I feel like 1 through 4 so far of my list has been that. And I'd highly recommend, please tap it into Snowfall if you haven't already finished it. What, huh?
My list better than yours.
Your what?
My list is better than yours.
I highly disagree.
I don't.
I
don't think they're going to disagree either. My list is better than yours.
So?
I only watch good stuff. I started the episode off by saying I only watch good stuff.
So does that mean I watch bad stuff?
No. You can watch good stuff too, but it's just not as good as mine. You hear what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like, your stuff could be really good, really, really good, but you didn't get the 5th really good. I gave you a few of them right there, but you didn't get that 5th one. You see what I'm saying?
Okay,
like, mine
so
got
we
that
have,
5th one.
We have
like, you didn't get that.
Blacklist compared to Snowfall.
Blacklist.
Comment.
Raymond Reddington.
We have How to Get Away with Murder.
Mm-hmm.
Baby Reindeer.
How to Get Away with Murder. Annalise Keating, Viola Davis. Enough said. There we go.
We have Mr. Robot.
Mr. Robot, greatest.
And, what was my third? Eric.
Oh, you're messing up. You're messing up my list. I had Dexter third, bro.
Dexter.
See, you're messing
Dexter.
up.
Eric.
One of the greatest shows of all time, Dexter. Thank you.
What was your second one?
That was Mr. Robot.
Mr. Robot.
Yeah.
Your Honor.
Mr.
Guys,
Robot.
Please, so all of yours were just better than mine.
Yeah. The only one that's questionable was the fifth one. Like Snowfall, Blacklist.
That's actually really crazy that you said that out loud with all these viewers. But guys,
honest.
please comment.
I was honest.
Let us know below, because I don't know what the hell Gio's talking about right
I'm
now.
being honest. I'm not wrong. I mean, it's being honest. It's honesty.
I think my list is cracked. But
I don't watch bad television.
let's take a deep dive into the last one on the list.
Okay. I'm going first. I'm saying it.
Yeah. What is this? 5? This is the last one, right?
Yeah,
Number
I mean,
one?
if we're talking about must-watch TV shows and we're going, what we would recommend to someone right now, then you got to go with The Boys. I mean, it's probably no surprise that this is on my list. I mean, especially if you know me and what we've already talked about on the podcast before, literally last episode. But, like, The Boys is a different kind of show. You know what I mean? Like, I always tell people who are going to watch The Boys, if we had superheroes in real life, this is what I would picture it being like. I wouldn't see them as, oh, Captain America, Spider-Man, oh, they're saving the day, they can't do no wrong. No, The Boys will show you a real in-depth look of how some of these people will use these powers, and that's why I like the show so much. Like, you really see a different point of view. Like, everyone's so used to the heroes doing good, and yes, you'll have villains and stuff, but, like, what if the people you look up to, the people you're expecting to protect you, what are they really like? You know what I mean? And that's what The Boys gives you. It gives you a little taste of that. And it's not for the, if you got a weak stomach, don't watch the show.
Yeah, it's not for the weak.
Yeah, don't watch the show. If you got a weak stomach, you squirm a little bit, don't watch the show. Just don't watch it. But one of the best shows you can find on TV right now, by far, The Boys.
I'm gonna definitely second that. I think The Boys falls number one for me on my list as well. Not to run with the hype train, jump on the wave right now, but The Boys has been a top tier TV show since it came out, and season 4 just came out a couple days ago, and we're only 3 episodes in, and it's already pissing me the hell off. I'm not gonna say anything too much because he hasn't finished it yet. I know you guys probably haven't finished it yet. It's only 3 episodes, but like you said, if you have a weak stomach, it's not for you. It might not be for you, but ultimately, just think about like what Gio said, like superheroes in our day and age. Imagine them. We're so used to holding superheroes to a high standard, and they're here to save people. They're here to save the day. They're gonna do no wrong by us, But imagine if they all had interior motives. Imagine if they all had something deep down on the inside that they were battling with, and they're not the good guys that we ultimately thought they were. They're not really saving people. They're not really out here, doing right by us. They're almost the villains in a way.
Honestly.
Because you have a godlike statue character in a world full of humans, there's going to be a bias. There's going to be a level gap, and I think that's exactly what's shown in The Boys. The only thing that I would dislike about The Boys is the amount of dicks that are shown on screen. Okay, I'm gonna just say that out loud. I'm gonna put that on full blast right now. If the script writers are looking at this video, you guys should be ashamed of yourselves.
Oh my
okay,
goodness.
Kids aren't allowed to watch no stuff like that. Okay, now it's already not a show for kids, but if it just happened to come on the TV one day, boom, you got a dick on the screen. That is not okay. And I'm a grown man. All right? Now I got a bone to pick with somebody. I don't want to see that on the screen. I don't.
It's integral to the storyline.
It's not at all. There was a whole fighting scene. Now I'm gonna throw this out there. We're not gonna say when it happened. It could be season 1. It could be season 4. There's a whole fighting scene where there's 8 naked dudes on the screen.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. I'm not gonna lie.
Why?
That's kind of.
Why couldn't he have any drawers on?
Wait, what?
Why couldn't he have a Blade trench coat on?
Okay, that I feel like that would have made it worse because now we're looking at a certain demographic now with the trench coat now added onto it, so we might. I don't know about that.
I'm just saying, man. Not everything needs to be. I get it's a rated R TV show, but not everything has to be taken to the limits. Like, we already know that you guys could get away with putting anything on Amazon Prime, anything on TV, but not everything needs to be on TV. Okay? That's my only bone to pick with it. But other than that, is one of the greatest TV shows I've ever watched.
They're not afraid to show anything, man. They're not.
Sometimes
I mean,
you
they
should
have
be.
a whole episode called Hero-gasm.
Which is out of line, but it's worth a
Yeah,
watch.
they were wilding. Yeah, they were wilding, dude.
Now, I don't know what the script writers are getting paid. I don't know
A
if...
lot.
Because what I was talking to my girlfriend about the other day is like, what if this is your first like mainstream show that you're on as an actor, and you can't even go home and tell moms but you have one of these inappropriate scenes. You have like one of these really explicit scenes. Like you can't show your kids the scene you're in. You can't show moms the scene you're in. You can't show your friends because they're gonna see a whole bunch of.
I mean, like,
What do you mean?
I don't know. I was trying to find somewhere to go with that. I was like,
Exactly. It's
just
like
yo.
you just can't be.
I mean,
like you can be proud of being on a great show like
yeah, I was
this,
about to
doing
say,
numbers.
It's still like
you
an
know.
accomplishment.
Yeah,
you
it's
know?
a huge accomplishment, but you just can't show that specific scene.
I mean, of
Like,
course.
what if that's the only scene you're in?
I mean, of course, I wouldn't show it to kids. I mean, I wouldn't even bring it up.
I wouldn't, but like not
I
just
mean-
kids, but like your children that you want to say like,
I know, but like if
look
they
what
find,
daddy's doing, look
I
what
mean,
mommy's doing.
I mean, because if you tell them, I mean, they're gonna go look it up. I mean, they're gonna go look like why won't you show us? Like,
But they're gonna say The Boys is the biggest show on the planet right now. They're gonna, if they have social media, they're gonna see you in it already. So now they're gonna go watch it, and now we got a
mean-
whole bunch of. You know what? I leave it alone. I leave it alone before they Homelander come and get me or something.
man, Anthony Starr as Homelander is
Goated.
bro, like, you want to talk about Miami Heat LeBron? That's Anthony Starr as Homelander right
The
there.
hell? What kind of comparison is that?
That's Heat Bron. That was different, bro. Look, Anthony Starr as Homelander.
You mean the same guy
That's-
that put together a
that's-
super team to
that's
win a
goated.
championship?
To what?
Same guy that put together a super team to win a championship?
Yeah, but what key word? What did he do? What was the last few words you said? He won for sure. Just checking. He won a championship, right? Oh, for sure.
You would swear you're a Heat fan or a LeBron fan.
I'm not a LeBron
Would you like
fan.
to tell the followers?
I'm not a
tell
LeBron
the fans,
fan.
Tell
I'm
the
a Bull-
subscribers.
I'm not a LeBron fan. I'm a Bulls fan. I got tired of LeBron eliminating my goddamn team every year. But I'm not a LeBron fan. Fuck LeBron. But I'm just using him as a comparison right now. Yeah, bro. I've watched game winners on my team, bro. I've seen my team get dunked on. He jumped over one of our players when he was on the Heat, bro.
It is crazy because you have not seen that team in contention in some time.
Who are you talking about? The Bulls?
The Bulls.
Watch your mouth, bro.
You haven't seen them in contention in a very, very
Last
long
time
time.
I checked, the Warriors were a playing team too.
It's crazy because the Warriors won 4 championships in the last 10 years.
Oh,
Been
for
to the
sure.
finals 6 times in the last 10 years.
Oh, for sure.
You know, have the face of basketball on our team.
Oh. I love Steph Curry, but
He's not the face of basketball?
I'm not saying he's not. He's one of them. Him and Bron, KD. I mean,
Now, when Stephen Curry's playing in the NBA championships, you know what the watcher ratings are compared to the other 6 in the last 10 years?
yeah, 'cause
They blow them out the water.
Everyone's a Curry lover and a LeBron lover too.
There's just something about Steph, man. There's just something about Steph. Something about the name Steph. Something about the guy Steph. There's just, you can't do no wrong with that name. You have that name, I feel like you're born with superpowers. Like
You
you're
do
born
something
with a
wrong.
one-up. Like
How-
an edge on reality, you know?
Uh,
I don't know.
is
I don't
that
know.
right?
I don't know who told me that, but someone said that to me before. I think it was actually Curry.
It's like
And now that I really think about it, there's actually one true Steph, and it happens to be me because his real name is Wardell. He just wanted to change it to Steph so he could be more like me, which I understand. I only met the guy once, and now he's a fan. So, I mean, that's a conversation for another day, another time. It's another
he should
story.
dye his hair like you, or he should just stick his head under the couch and then it'll come out the same color.
That's actually crazy because I'm going to get my hair just like you, Joe.
Yeah.
So I can pull it out when I see the Bulls lose another game in the playoffs or the play-in or the regular season for that matter. God.
Your team was the exact same place mine was.
It's okay.
Playing game
It's
and
o-
lost.
It's okay.
So
We caught up to you in championships.
that's fine. Didn't pass us.
We don't have to. When Bronny gets drafted by us next year, or in this upcoming draft, and LeBron comes, and then we win the next 2 before they retire, I'll be all right.
Anyways, you guys are hearing delusion. But anyway, back to our list. But yeah, number 1, we cap off with The Boys is number 1.
The Boys.
I guess we're both going with The Boys as number 1 for our list. So that was just a little bit, of some of the TV shows we would recommend, and give out to people to watch, must watch. So anything you want to add?
No, I mean, you hit it right on the nose, bro. I think this episode was strictly short and sweet. Just wanted to give out our top 5 episodes in respect to his and respect to mine. We just wanted to give you guys some films that you could, some TV shows rather, that you could just sit down, watch. I know it's getting hot outside and everyone wants to be outside in the heat. If you're not in a swimming pool, you're inside in the AC, binge watching some shows. So hope we were able to give you guys what you need. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Let us know, if you agree with Gio's list, if you agree with my list, or
I have the best list.
Anyway, mix and match. Let us know if you liked a few of mine, you liked a few of his. Let us know below also, what's your top 5 list? Like, what are you guys watching right now? What are you into? And also, it'd be awesome if you guys could, give us some ideas for episode 4. Let us know what you guys would like to hear. We have a few ideas cooking up right now. We're working all weekend. Today's Saturday as we are recording this, and we're working all day. So we're going to try to push out as much content as possible for you guys so you're not longing for another episode. But now it's time to deliver for you guys. And, hate to prolong it again and keep talking about it, but it takes time to get your craft down. Perfection is not real, but practice makes almost perfection. And we'll get there one day. And it just takes time with dedicated craft, following our dreams, and, we'll get there 100%. So thank you guys again for watching. And that's all I got to say.
Well, you heard it here from my host here. Appreciate you guys for all the support you've constantly been giving us. Keep going. Watch the video, like, comment, share it with your cousins, share it with your neighbors, share it with your boyfriend, share it with your girlfriend. It all helps. Appreciate you guys. This is the Introvertical Podcast. This is your host, Steph. I'm Giovanni. Thank you guys. Signing out.
Till next time.